Yeah, Chandra. Did Siddesh join or? Huh.
Please continue. Siddesh, your worst dreams have come true. Now, please continue.
So Siddesh, you can
Hello,
continue.
am I audible?
Yes, you are. Can you hear us, Siddesh?
I am not able to hear anything.
Try connecting.
Bro, we can't hear you. And you're saying try connecting.
In the meanwhile, if he's joining, I can just I wanted to ask because Chandra's put out this
Please, please.
topic regarding the Mumbai and other cities, right? So is that a plan like which is going to come in the in this year, or it's like it's just going to be Bangalore or because where I come from, like the reason I'm very bullish about this is Mangalore is a hub for it's an education hub, right? With all the IT colleges and all. It's just that something like Founder House will be a great boost to this, ecosystem because Wazirex founder, for example, Nishal is he studied in Mangalore, and so there are a lot of good folks around. So if Pareen, if you can help to start this revolution here, that would be great because it's just someone has to take the initiative, I think. Although I've been trying it from my end through whatever small committee
Right.
I've been building, but any help
I
and
mean,
guidance would be.
yeah, definitely. See, the idea of Founder House is open source. What we are trying to do is help everyone do it. So we already have someone who's planning Ahmedabad. Uh, Bangalore is easy. The reason why I requested Sumit Bhai to do this in Bangalore is because we have a space and we have enough, mentors here, enough VCs here, enough experienced, highly successful founders here. So, because the idea of Young Founder House itself is something that never happened before, right? It's almost kind of like a residency for very young people who want to be founders in the long run. So that's why it's much, much easier to do this in Bangalore. That's why we did it here. But uh, the recipe is open source, plus the whole community is here to help. Okay. The idea is start it in your cities. Chandra's passion for Mumbai is insane. When he said for the first time, I want to do Eat Mumbai, I want to do Eat Mumbai, we were chilling with some people and I said, no, don't do this. It won't work. It won't happen. This is not a good idea. And now it is a reality. And the reason it is a reality is because he started it, right? And he led the whole thing. And he is extremely passionate about Mumbai. I love Mumbai, but I'm not crazy passionate about Mumbai like Chandresh is, right? So and today he said, that I will make it possible in Mumbai. And our job as this community is to support this in some way. So everyone, wherever you are,
Yeah.
tell us. We'll get co-hosts, we'll get people to run it. We'll figure out how to get sponsors. We'll figure out together how to blow it up on social media. We'll figure it out how to get mentors and all, and just do it. The reason why Sumit Bhai said end-to-end job for everyone is because to see whether they're really, really serious or not. Because in a community, there are going to be a ton of people who will give ideas, right? And of course, ideas are always welcome. There is no problem with that. But then we pin it, right? If there is an idea, we pin it somewhere and say, hey, someone wants this to happen and it's a great idea. But then someone shows up and says, I'm willing to take responsibility for this. Let's do this. And then we run with that. And then everyone else can sort of come around them. Right now, Siddesh and Sumit Bhai are actually the nodes. So I did not know actually, I still don't know who the sponsors are. I did not know that there are two because one, Siddesh, I think I sent the screenshot in the Telegram group that one was locked. So it's their baby in some way. And it's my job, it's everyone's job to support them, to make sure that this first one just happens, right? And I've also shared one document in the Telegram group. It's just live notes that I'm making on how to conduct a community call because I think this is third one. First one was just mostly introductory. Second one, Sumit Bhai conducted with a specific agenda. And this is the first time that Yashika is doing something like this, which doesn't have a specific agenda. So this is not just a young founder house call, or this is not just a specific task call. This is just a general catch up and update, right? So we will keep designing the processes as we go along, and we will keep refining it as we go along, all of us together, and with 100% transparency. So all up for Mangalore. We'll fly in some VCs for sure. Uh, Tell us if it is an idea from your side or if you're willing to take responsibility. If you want to know what it entails, we'll schedule a separate call
गरम कर दिया है क्या?
together and happy to tell you, what it entails. I think, Naresh.
Yeah, thanks, Parin. And just for everyone, Mangalore has better beaches than Goa, so again, that should help get the people in.
I'll be very happy to be there. We can sit together and plan maybe.
Yeah. Thanks.
But I'm there for help, right? That's what I'm doing. Sumit Bhai was here as well in Bangalore last time we did the call. So we were living together for 7 days almost, I think, and we planned it out during that time. But yeah, now he's going to lead it, and probably on those dates I might not even be here in Bangalore. But of course, everything that we can do, all of us will do to support. And people on call are one thing. People in Telegram group, there are a lot of people who are reaching out for very different kinds of help. So I'm sure there are contributors across the country here. And once you shout out Mangalore, there will be more people who will come out. So your idea is definitely has been pinned right here. Awesome. Thanks for asking that, man. And let's get back to Siddesh.
Yes.
Yeah. Some problem. I was not able to hear any of your voice. So yeah, I think I cut off it. Yeah. So the idea was, so we young guys might not be starting a startup right now, or might not be having an idea right now, but potentially we might stumble upon a great idea, might build a company or startup later on. So while that that might take some time, but learning from all these experts, I mean, people doing marketing, research, and founders, everything, those alphas and those knowledge transfer is something that was very helpful for me. So I met Parina and just told this, and next week I saw Sumit Bhai taking up the initiative, and that was something that's awesome. So I joined him. I offered. So I also wanted to contribute the founders house, because that helped me out. So I wanted to contribute it back. So that's what we are doing, and pretty excited for founders house. And yeah, so me together with Sumit leading parts of it, but taking up some tasks like getting the sponsors, getting up the mentors, creating forms, and the parts of it. And there are some contributor roles as well, and there's a floating doc out there which you can refer, and it has all the details. And yeah, happy to see you all contributing to it. And also, yeah, the value of brand founders house is very, very much right now. And sponsors, I reached out to few, and and they were like, okay, done, let's do it. So yeah, I'm really excited for it.
That's awesome, man. Thank you so much. I think Siddesh, what you have started is very important step, of course, and I think from some of the mentor talks that I have been having, it seems like everyone is very excited uh, to get this group. It's going to be pretty, yeah, I think the kind of mentor that we will get will probably surpass the main founder house mentors as well. So I'm pretty excited for that. So what are the other updates here? One update is that
हाँ दे दो
who
दिएगी
created
पेट
the
खाली
Twitter account?
पेट खाली है दे दो
Shashi needs to mute. Yeah.
sorry I didn't
Uh,
realize
no worries. I think Satya created Twitter account, and do you want to tell us a little bit why you did it? What are people supposed to do with it apart from, of course, follow? And I think he's going to post a bunch of content there as well.
Yeah, so hey guys. So if like a little bit intro about me before starting. So I'm Satyaki. I am currently working on Shader Labs, looking after the content and socials for them. So in the first FH also I helped the team in socials and content. So I pitched the idea to the community. Ki, hey, I want to look after the socials this time also. So I just created an account. Like Parth helped me initially to create the account, and there was another guy. I'm like, sorry, like can't recall the name. I have tagged him in the community who has helped with the logo. So nothing is finalized. Like the bio you were seeing, the banners and the logos. I have like also shared the agenda, like kind of what kind of posts I'll be doing for now for the community, like the announcements which will be coming, the community calls, like we are doing it kind of randomly now. So just to like get it streamlined, we'll do it from the main handles so that everybody can know it. And like any updates, any let's say that this community call, we can post in the YouTube, we can share it with the people to like see it in a more transparent way, so that you can like review some topics from there. Apart from that, as you mentioned, we have tons and tons of content from FH1, and it's really 100 GB plus kind of content. So we'll be doing threads, we'll be doing videos, we'll be doing shorts over there. So like kind of sharing with you the key moments, some BTS stuff, so some kind of fun stuff also we did there. We had very insightful talks from like from VCs, from the hackers, from many different contributors from across the Web3 ecosystem. So that's the kind of like what I've thought as of now. Any kind of help is open. Like if you want to help in anything, let's say like writing, editing video, like if you want to, like if you can want to write it better, if you can take it over completely, it's up to you. All suggestions are open. If you want, like I'll be started writing from this week itself. Like if you have any suggestion, ki, hey, like the tonality is not good, some positioning and everything, I'm open for feedback on anything. So that's about it.
Yeah, just a small suggestion from my side. What we can do is we can, start with all the posts that we recorded earlier. So there were so many recordings that we had in the first founder's house, which can be used for a lot of marketing and stuff for the upcoming houses. So if someone is good with video editing or can contribute in that front, that would be great.
Yep.
Yeah,
We'll
I
do
think
that.
definitely he already Tatsaki and Parth already mentioned that the previous content has been uploaded to Parth has uploaded all of that content to one particular Gmail drive, and I think we need one maybe filtering to just delete all the anon photos and shit. But apart from that, we're good to go. Give this access to anyone and everyone who wants it and just wants to start creating content. We could do, if you want, take that content and post it on your personal account, and we can amplify it from Founder House, Twitter now, and everyone else's Twitter. Or if you want us to post it from Founders House account, you can send it to Satyaki and we'll post it as well. So probably that's one exercise that we can do. Apart from that, I think for Young Founder House, before we announce and we go, there will be some little bit of hype creation, mentor announcement and all that they will do. So that content can be used there as well. So all of these options are open in that sense. Awesome. I think what else? Yeah,
Yeah, Shikha,
Siddesh
you're
is
mute.
waiting for Genesis Founder House. Yeah, that'll come probably very soon. Then.
So in the doc also
What?
we asked a few things that people want to talk about, and I posted that. One of them was, any of you experienced builders or founder residencies in India? How was it? Uh, is more of these kind of experiences needed? Um, so has anyone attended any residencies before Founder House, maybe?
Yeah, I mean, I attended some hacker houses in which you had to stay there, but specifically, it was not a like a 10-day stay or something. It was just for the period being. Yeah, but would love to know a lot of opinions because there were a lot of there's Zoo hostel happening, and there are a lot of hostels who have this kind of a culture in Bangalore. So I think Vivek, you have been to Arweave, right?
Vivek is busy hacking.
Yeah, I think so. Vishal, maybe you can chip in and tell your opinion on
Yashika,
the.
was this a question that they want to collect people's experiences from residencies, or what was the point behind this question? I didn't get that.
I have quoted it. You can see. Um, they just like it was put in the doc that they wanted to know about how this helps. Maybe someone is considering applying to YFH, so they were asking if this is
Yeah,
helpful to them. Like from our
got it.
experience, I can say it's helpful because touching grasses or like in real life, if you're meeting people, the exposure you get is way more than sitting in silos and just like doing your own thing, because alone you might be so incorrect about so many things. But if you have people around you to give you a reality check, that helps.
Awesome. I think that's yeah. I think there was an Aptos residency recently. People went to. I think there was. Nisarg already said that.
Yeah.
Siddesh was there. Shikhar was there as well. A lot of people have attended different residencies, and
Hmm.
I think the point is to mostly is to actually create these connections, right?
Mm.
More than anything else, and those connections actually last uh, outside of the residencies. And if you don't meet physically, that's basically going to be, yeah, I know. I think a lot of us know each other from Twitter even before we met at Founder House and stayed together and did different things. But it was not the same, right? The people who have been here actually is uh, they're all probably thinking like, how do I explain what really happens there? It's a little hard, and I think that's also some kind of barrier. The first question today that was asked was by Promit was, where are the barriers actually? Promit, all the barriers here are pretty much self-correctional and invisible in that sense, right? So it feels like 27 people are on call, but I think out of here, 7 odd people were actually in the house this year. And mostly I can safely assume that they are all thinking, okay, guys, we can't explain this. Even if we try for half an hour, this is not going to happen. So either you experience it or you don't experience it. And it's like one barrier there, right there. We have not specified it anywhere, or we have not made it gated by money. In fact, this residency also, before Sumit Bhai and Siddesh started, uh, mm, for the first idea that I had was it will have to be charged, because who's going to pay for young people to learn something that there is no ROI for, right? Why will chains pay for this? Why will VC pay? Because in my mind it is set like that. But when Sumit Bhai said, and when Siddesh came in, we started thinking like, let's at least approach and let's see what happens, right? So now there is no barrier. Earlier, Young Founder House, we were planning that, okay, every founder who comes here will pay for it. We don't want to gate it with money at all at any point in time. But this became a sort of a barrier, I think, in some way. And one of the barriers is that you have to experience it. There is no choice. It will be, we will put out videos, of course, and a lot of things will happen. And I'm sure this applies to other residencies also. It's not exclusive to Founder House. But anything that is happening physical will have 100x more weightage than whatever happens inside Discord or Telegram, or even these calls are okay level proxy, but they are not proxy if you haven't met people before. If you have met, then this feels like, wow, okay, we are sort of reuniting. But let's say if we wouldn't have met at all and we were just doing this on Zoom call, then this wouldn't be the same in that sense. Yeah, that's, I think, one of the reasons why we're doing physical also. Yeah, it would be very, very abstract.
I have a small tangent about that because I've been reading,
Please.
again, as the internet culture historian. Before the internet, actually, there was these things called bullet board systems that people were setting up, and they were setting it up by connecting to local, like, landlines. So these landlines would call, and they were like the first uses of modems, but they were localized, right? And I was listening to like people talk about these bullet board systems they would call into, and then it was cool because it was local, right? So whenever they had these like abstract online relationships, and then from that they were able to be like, oh, go down to this thing that everybody knows that is in town, and then they would all meet up and hang out, and then they would have these really deep bonds. And then they said that once TCP/IP came and united everything, and then all the internet came, the bullet board system started to die because everybody had access to them. But the thing that they said that they lamented the most was that they didn't have this like sense of geographical like connection to someone, because they didn't get to like because it was like, oh, come down to this thing that we all know, and it's like, oh, actually I'm living in India, or I'm living in Thailand, or I'm living in US. Like I can't do those things because the internet's global instead of local. So I think like what we're missing a little bit, and a lot of people talk about the lack of community, the dying society. So I think like this is a little bit of a hybrid of those two things.
That was actually amazing. I think that sums up that answer. We have Agram who has DM'd me. Agram, everything happens in public here, so I'm reading out your message. He says, "I want to contribute. I can't come to Bangalore right now, but he does want to contribute." I think I want to just say that this doesn't mean that everything is lost just because you can't attend, for whatever reason you can't attend. It basically means that we would like to make sure that the entry barriers go low by coming to your city, and I think you're from Punjab, and hopefully we'll do something there. If you can't come for some reason, then it's not 100% necessary to come to Bangalore or something. Bangalore is just a start. And I mentioned this. We did it in Bangalore this time because Sumit by himself or Siddesh, both of them are not from Bangalore, right? The reason why I requested them to do this in Bangalore and we decided to do this is because of convenience. And for the first one, we wanted to create a much bigger bang. The bigger the bang on Twitter, the more sponsors we get. And that's the sad reality. So, uh, with Bangalore, we can line up speakers like it's no one's business. Uh, Otherwise, uh, we would have done it anywhere, right? And if you can't come to Bangalore for any reason, hopefully someday we'll be much closer to wherever you are and attend then. The Founder House, our aim is to keep it free for participants always. We don't yet have the luxury, but hopefully someday, chain tokens pump so much that they are able to sponsor your flights to Bangalore as well. So maybe, that is also not out. I mean, we can't rule that out. It's crypto. Anything can happen, but we are setting very, very base expectations at this stage. Yeah. See? So Delhi,
Yeah, so
why
I
not?
can come
I
to
think we
Delhi.
have people in, yeah, we also have people in Delhi, Chandigarh. So something will happen. This is very, very early stage. As you can see, we don't even have a paid Zoom account as of now. So we are extremely early, and thank you for saying that you want to contribute. So we'll figure out how you want to contribute. Check out the doc that Sumit Bhai posted here. If you can do something from there, then that's great. That's amazing. Right? As a contributor, definitely, you come. And if not, there are n number of things, and we'll try and do it soon. I think Delhi definitely has uh, probably the second largest population of Web3 people after Bangalore in India as of now. I don't think any other city comes close. Also, maybe Hyderabad or Chennai. Awesome.
Sure,
Do
sure.
we have any other updates? Okay.
You all can tell what you guys worked on this week. Anyway, this call is supposedly about to end. I'm sorry, I cannot figure out how to check the
Okay.
timing left for a call.
No,
Rashika, you'll
don't
get
worry
a
about the
message.
timing.
When 10 minutes is remaining, you get a message. So don't worry.
Okay, cool.
Yeah. Don't worry about the timing. But instead, I think we've already run out of time too much. Probably we should keep it 1 hour because everyone will just be like, what is happening here? Right? Instead of saying, what we got done this week, probably let's do 1 or 2 celebrations. Anyone who achieved anything that would like to share with us this week, like not even necessary with Founder House or not even necessarily related with Web3, maybe. If you have a win this week, let's put it this way, and you would like to share it with us, uh, we can all just feel good about it, right? It multiplies when you have a win and you share it with someone. Uh, let's do a couple of those. Anyone?
Lakshay has something.
Yeah,
Yes.
yeah, Lakshya, go.
Yo,
Is
yo,
this the
yo.
Lakshya I know? Lakshya, which
Yeah.
project are you from? Are you working at some project?
Yeah. So currently I'm working at Cypher Blockchain as their ecosystem and partnership manager, as well as I'm working with the Ashika and TPC Delhi as a director. And yeah. So the achievement that we are talking about, so for me right now, it is something that I have covered a lot of events in Delhi already. I'm based out of Delhi as a speaker and hosting and organizing event, right? So in 2024, I manifested this is time just not in Delhi, and I want to go out somewhere. And I don't want to get just into Delhi, and now I want to grab other audience as well. And yeah, probably it's coming to now, and we are organizing a multiple events in Jaipur. Then we are organizing a proper hackathon in Hyderabad. So yeah, it's time to get out of Delhi and organize some great events. So yeah, that's my achievement for right now. Thank you.
Awesome, man. That sounds amazing. Uh, okay, you're part of TPG as well. That's a great community. And excited to see you man, in maybe in East Mumbai, maybe in Bangalore, uh, out of Delhi. Wow, that's awesome. Anyone else
Yeah,
wants to
like
share a
I
win?
come from
Yeah.
non-tech background, so maybe not in those as a part of coding stuff, but maybe in the organizing for sure.
Doesn't matter, man. I think a lot of us here are non-coders. Viraj wanted to share something, and Agrim also wanted to share something. Let's go, Viraj.
Not a big win, but happy to be part of. I would be part of it. Mumbai got selected from the first round, so it was a challenge. So,
Wow,
so
that's awesome.
and excited
That's
to be part
amazing.
of it. Mumbai.
That's
Parin,
amazing.
I'll also take 15 seconds. So
Please.
I'll be acting as a member of Harvard Blockchain Accelerator. I'm also a mentor of a few other accelerators, etc. But I got accepted as a mentor sometime late December, and I'm organizing. I believe during last call, I had mentioned that I have created a policy advocacy group in India, primarily focused on blockchain and its convergence with broader payment ecosystem, fintech, CeFi, DeFi, etc. So we are officially launching it on 10th in Delhi in a program. And while I would love some of the members of this group to be part of that launch event, it's a in-person event. I have very limited space left because half of the space is taken by government officials, including, I believe, a couple of ministers of state. So I'll put it on our Telegram channel. And if anyone is in Delhi on 10th, drop me a message and I'll see how can I accommodate all of you.
That's amazing. That's both of them were really big wins, man. I mean, is there a tweet or something, or should we put out a tweet? And I would like to just
No,
this is something that
I do not
everyone should
really
know.
publicize, Parin, I do not really publicize much of the
Okay,
stuff I do.
I know.
But yeah,
I
I'll
know,
put it
I know.
maybe on LinkedIn and maybe on Twitter, because now I believe it's time to start being more visible. Otherwise, nobody knows
That's
about
awesome.
it. Yeah.
I think enough and more people know you, but on Twitter is still there is a lot more possibilities that open up. We say surface area of serendipity goes up. That's all Twitter is. Yeah, I think we have another win from Maha. Maha, wow, man. Maha, why is your video not on? Okay, it's okay. No video on, and she's saying, I got my US visa. I think when I got my US visa, it felt like, wow, I graduated again or something. It's a crazy feeling to get
That
US
should
visa.
change. Someday that Indians
Yeah.
shouldn't feel so excited about getting US
Yeah.
visas because, okay, it's not a big deal.
Yeah, I know. But it is still like in reality, it is a big deal. And
Right
happy
now it is.
East Denver crowd. That's awesome. I think we should do an East Denver call. I have a couple of events that some of my friends are organizing as well, and we should all get in that together in some way. And Jack is going to be there as well.
Yeah, my win is that I get to go to Eat Denver, which was confirmed last week. So I'm very excited about that.
That's
So
awesome.
yeah, so if anyone is going to Eat Denver, let me know. I'll be there. Yeah. And my other win, actually, the other thing I'd like to talk about is that I got to do something really cool and creative, which is coming out soon, and it's a like I'm calling it like a creative encoding jam, but it's basically like a hackathon with UX and designers that are paired up very intentionally, and we like put them together, and I like created the structure, and I'm writing a mirror post about it, and I'm really hoping that more people just sort of adopt a different way of looking at hackathons, because especially because like this is actually like a quite very much like a founder focused kind of hackathon, because we give them the like startup support afterwards through Polygon Village if they win, so beyond the grants, they also get this other component where they're like we also have workshops on business and things like that. So we're actually really trying to like give these people information on how to successfully build businesses, because that's like a piece of education that I think is so severely lacking. So also another part, like we're also providing some odd education that I don't think gets talked about a lot. It's very like ephemeral, the relationship between creative and dev sometimes, but like I always see that connection point as like, oh, it's like a wireframe so they can follow. I don't know. Long story short, I'm really happy about this creative endeavor. So watch out for more, because I'd really like if everyone could adopt something like this. It's really cool.
That's amazing. Thank you. And I think there is a separate call that we deserve for this for sure. And I think Jack, I'll reach out to you for that, and we'll schedule one specific call for this.
And
More people are definitely interested.
let's go.
Where Agrim had one win to share, right? Agrim, you were unmuting
Yeah,
yourself.
so I don't have like any specific win, but I wanted to introduce myself because I was not able to introduce earlier. I just want to say like I saw the link to the Telegram and I joined because I want to like connect with more folks in Web3. The reason is because I want to work in projects. I'm a developer and I am a third year undergraduate student. So basically I want to work on projects, coding stuff. And whenever I reach out to like experienced folks, those who are building something good, and they like say I'm not that experienced. I'm just 1 year I have been into Web3. So I just wanted to say I can do stuff, and I want to connect with people who can like believe me and can take me into their projects so that I can work with them and contribute. So that's the main thing I want to do. And
That's awesome, man.
also in 2024 I want to like get out from my hostel and explore stuff, explore different events, because earlier I past 2 years I haven't like explored much. I organized events. I have been into Web3 communities also. I am part of Lumos Labs, like if you know, as a Lumos wizard, and also I have been accepted as a push ambassador recently. Today I got the email, so that's a win. I think small win, but yeah. So that's all. I want to connect.
That's great,
That's
Agrim.
awesome.
And since we're on the topic of wins, I don't know if this is a win-win, but while you were in Founder House, I had custom this jacket and I was telling people, and I remember Pareen had also appreciated it, and he told me, "Why don't you do this?"
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Chandresh, I remember I get 60 seconds, and I also have to say bye. So I have decided to launch an Instagram which showcases my art. Did not do this for the last like so many years because I thought it was a very personal thing, but now you'll get to see it. So I'll post the link.
Wow. That's really cool. I think that art you should definitely pursue. Whoa, so we've got timers which is
Always.
dictating this. I think we should respect the timer
Thank you.
unless someone has more wins. But next week, I think we should continue this with a lot more wins. And I think now that everyone knows a little bit about each other, we can actually start helping each other out in some way, right? And that's the purpose as well when we say online. So, yeah, great meeting all of you. Thank you to Yashika for organizing this. I don't think it would have happened, and you chose, I think, the